A mechanical watch functions as an autonomous engine. It acts as an energy storage and dissipation system that allows for the measurement of time. The core challenge of mechanical horology is converting unregulated, continuous potential energy into a quantized, constant frequency output. This requires controlling a decaying physical force to produce a mathematically consistent timekeeping signal. We will trace the kinematic path from the potential energy of a coiled steel spring to the creation of a discrete mechanical pulse. The mechanical architecture of a watch is defined by how it manages this process of energy decay. To maintain precision, the watch relies on three distinct kinematic subsystems. Subsystem 1 is energy storage, contained within the mainspring barrel. Subsystem 2 is transmission, which uses an interconnected gear train to move energy through the movement. Subsystem 3 is regulation, governed by the escapement and the balance wheel. These systems must interface with one another to translate kinetic force into the increments we recognize as seconds, minutes, and hours. The energetic flow begins at the mainspring barrel. As the internal spring is coiled tightly around a central arbor, it stores elastic potential energy. The behavior of this energy source is dictated by Hooke's law, which governs the relationship between the spring's displacement and the force it exerts. This chart shows the relationship between torque and the time spent unwinding. Because the spring follows Hooke's law, the torque output is inherently nonlinear. The spring provides maximum torque when fully wound, but that force decreases steadily as the spring depletes. A power source with a decaying output cannot drive a timekeeping system at a constant rate without further mechanical intervention. The subsequent components of the movement are designed to extract consistent performance from this variable power supply. The transmission system links the gear train directly to the teeth on the mainspring barrel. The gear train's primary kinematic objective is to convert high torque and low angular velocity into low torque and high angular velocity. This schematic displays the center, third, fourth, and escape wheels. As energy moves through the train, each gear reduces torque while increasing rotational speed. Specific gear ratios are calculated to ensure the wheels rotate at exact speeds required for a time display. The center wheel is geared to complete exactly one rotation every 60 minutes to drive the minute hand. Further down the train, the fourth wheel is geared to rotate once per minute to drive the seconds hand. However, these wheels are still subject to the decaying torque of the mainspring. The gears distribute the force, but they do not possess an internal mechanism to regulate the speed of that distribution. Regulation requires a separate component, the balance wheel and hairspring. The balance wheel functions as a harmonic oscillator. This is the harmonic oscillator equation. The period of oscillation, t, is determined by I, the moment of inertia of the wheel, and k, the stiffness of the hairspring. This equation is the mathematical basis for isochronism. Because the amplitude of the swing is not part of this equation, the period remains constant whether the wheel swings through a wide or a narrow arc. This property allows the oscillator to maintain a consistent rhythm even as the torque from the mainspring begins to drop. Isochronism provides the mathematical consistency needed to compensate for the mainspring's energy profile. The final requirement is a physical link between the continuous gear train and the oscillating balance wheel. The Swiss lever escapement serves as the interface between these two systems. This top-down view shows the first kinematic phase, locking. The pallet fork halts the rotation of the escape wheel, stopping the entire gear train. In this state, the continuous force of the mainspring is momentarily held in place. During the unlocking phase, the returning balance wheel moves the pallet fork, releasing the escape wheel. This leads to the impulse phase, where the escape wheel tooth pushes against the pallet fork. This push provides the kinetic energy needed to maintain the balance wheel's oscillation against friction. This cycle allows the gear train to advance or escape in precise, discrete increments. In a standard movement, this division of energy occurs 28,800 times every hour. The escapement functions as a feedback loop, pacing the gear train while simultaneously providing the power needed to sustain the oscillator. When viewed as a whole, the movement operates as a single integrated system. This diagram visualizes the conversion of energy from the mainspring into a structured output. Continuous force enters the system and is transformed into precisely spaced pulses. The gear train delivers energy, the balance wheel defines rhythm, and the escapement acts as the gate between them. In this way, the mechanical watch serves as a continuous to discrete mechanical converter. This degree of precision is maintained without the use of electronics or batteries. Mechanical timekeeping is the result of the integration of kinematics, gear ratios, and the physics of harmonic motion.